And welcome to live chat. I am so happy to be here. I missed What's Up in Makeup this week. So, this week's live chat is going to be a little bit different because I really want to try to make this What's Up in Makeup be. I have two stories that I want to tell you today. The first half of live chat, we're going to be talking about the first story. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to just jump right in to the first story, and I'll just quickly say hello. Chloe, Teresa, Roya, Tracy, Ginger, Crystal, Monica, Melissa. Thank you all. Daniel, thank you for being here. All ears. Josie, Flory, thank you to my moderators. I love you. I want to just jump into this first story. So I'm just going to tell you what happened. I'm going to talk to you as if this were What's Up in Makeup. And then whatever time we have left for the 30 minutes, we'll chat about what I said. And then we'll take a break. I'll tell you what's on my face. And then we'll do the same thing with the second story. So the first story has to do with, I know I'm a little bit hyped because I haven't filmed in a while, Fiona Kochan, who is the CEO of Youthforia. She's the founder. She's the CEO. She's the one who has been the face of this whole Youthforia Foundation Shade 600 debacle. She put up a video a couple days ago. I was at Creators and Friends, which is a fantastic event thrown by Samantha March and Simrit Kalan, and I ran out of where we were. I was like, oh my gosh, Fiona put up a video. So I ran out so that I could hear what was happening. And it was interesting. It was definitely interesting. And I definitely have thoughts about what is happening over at Youthforia. A lot going on. So we'll talk about that first. And then a subscriber actually brought this to my attention about SUVA Beauty, who closed down a while ago, like months ago, is being sued for millions of dollars. It's a situation. So we'll talk about that in the second half, and we'll follow the same format. So let me just go ahead and jump right in with what is happening with Youthforia. So Fiona Kochan, founder, CEO of Youthforia, still trying to mend the reputation of the brand after that Shade 600 fiasco this past April, where they created the jet black foundation and actually expected it to match real human beings, and it doesn't because there are no people that color, and she's swatching it in the store next to the Fenty. Like, look at me. I have a shade darker than Fenty. I am so cool. But she created a shade that wasn't for people. And, unless there are, and this is something people bring up all the time, there are companies that will make, blue foundation and yellow foundation and green foundation and black and white. This was not meant to be a fashion color. This was not meant to be a mixer. This was not meant to be anything other than a true human color, and it absolutely was not. And it just basically exposed her lack of understanding of how skin works, which is not good for the founder and CEO of a makeup brand. So if you're following the story, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have links in the video description to the previous times that I've talked about these topics. So you may be jumping in right in the middle. If you just Google, do a quick Google search on it, you'll find articles if you prefer that. But all of the video content that I've done previously on the things we're talking about today are in the video description right now. So Gloria George, who brought all of this to light, when she watched this, of course, it looked terrible on her. And she's very deep. She's of South Sudanese heritage, and it looked ridiculous on her. So this is what she had said at the time. When we say that we want you guys to make shades for us, we don't mean to go to the lab and ask for minstrel show black. What we mean is take the browns that you have made, create undertones, and do what you need to do in the lab so it's a darker shade of brown. So since then, it wasn't immediate, but since then, they did remove Shade 600 from their line. It is now gone. And then there was, and also along with that, before that, so Shade 600 disappeared, actually, I don't think all that terribly long ago. Definitely there was a period of silence after the video went live, after Fiona went live and said, we messed up. Oh, no, wait, hold on a minute. Sorry. This is live. It's much better when it's edited. So debacle happens, period of silence. Fiona tries to smooth things over. Doesn't go super well. And then in June, so that happened in May. In June, Fiona posted this job listing. So if you went to the Youthforia website and you scrolled all the way down to the bottom, there was a careers tab. And when you clicked on the careers tab, there was this job. And I did a whole video just about the job because it was a lot. It was called Director of Product Development. The job listing in the video that I did, there's a whole analysis of the whole job listing. We're not going to go over the whole job listing today because it's just too much, and it was like a 50-minute long video of me doing that. But I will put up the screenshots for you. So let's look at that. So this was the summary of it. And I'm just going to read this one to you. I won't read the rest of them to you. It says, Youthforia is hiring a director of product development to lead our product development efforts with a focus on inclusivity and the creation of a diverse product line. This role will be instrumental in ensuring our products cater to a wide range of skin tones and cultural preferences. The ideal candidate will have a deep understanding of product development processes, project management, regulatory requirements, and marketing strategies, coupled with a strong commitment to DEI principles, or diversity, equity, and inclusion. I just realized I forgot to do a little thing with the live chat, so I need to do something very quickly. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to put up the first page so you can read the first part of the obnoxious job listing. Obnoxious, and what I mean by that is that the job was 9 jobs in one, is what we counted. Nine full jobs in one. Just very a lot of things going on there. Basically, we figured out that it was the CEO of the company seemed to be the listing here. It seemed to be the CFO because they're in charge of all the finances. They're in charge of all of the product development. They are in charge of everything when it comes down to it. Just trying to find the slow mode. Okay, sorry. Okay. And we should be good now. Okay. Just so many things all at once. So this was the first page of it. Product development leadership. You're managing the product development. You're talking about brand strategy. You're the primary contact with everyone. You're traveling if you need to. You're responsible for sourcing. Here's the DEI job, which in my opinion, should have been the job. This should have been the job. You're reviewing all the current products, the planned products. You're collaborating with vendors. You're marketing. You're engaging with the BIPOC community. All of the Instagrammers and all the makeup artists and everything. You're leading initiatives about representation. You're developing strategies. You're implementing strategies. You're also in charge of project management timelines. You're working with teams. I mean, you're getting the point here. It is nuts, all the jobs. And some people were telling me that this is normal in 2024. I don't see how, but I'm also not in the makeup industry, so maybe I just don't understand. You're reporting on progress. You're managing timelines, again, with teams. You're reporting on progress. This is a little bit repetitive. Regulatory compliance is also your job, making sure that everything complies with all of the new rules. I'm assuming MOCRA's in here. Is this the same thing? No, that's okay. It's partly the same thing. You're also in charge of product marketing. You're doing strategy for that. You're analyzing market trends, which could be a whole nother job. You're creating the marketing materials. I mean, it just goes on and on. And then it gets to the qualifications. So this is where this person, I believe, actually fits these qualifications. Like the person that they hired, who I will introduce her to you, I do believe she fits all of these things, which is amazing that she actually took this job. Because my whole thing was, who is going to take this job? Who is going to take this job? And I hope they are paying them well, because it looks incredible. So qualifications, of course, they have to have a degree. They have to have a bunch of experience. They need to have experience in DEI initiatives. They need to have project management skills. They need to be communicative. They need to collaborate. They need to understand regulatory stuff. They need to have a passion for diversity, equity, and inclusion. They have hired someone. So allow me to introduce you to who they have hired. Let me make sure I'm there in my notes. Yes, I wrote in my notes, some people commented that they thought this looked like a normal job listing in 2024, but I couldn't imagine anybody taking it. But someone has hired that. They have hired that person. She was formerly the marketing product development person over at SUVA Beauty. Her name is Obi Gemadafe. And I'm hoping I said that correctly. She's also currently the marketing and product development consultant over at Sacred by Beyonce, her hair care line. So she spoke to, this is Obi. That's her from her Instagram. So that's one of the like casual, adorable shots. And this is like the pro job listing shot. So we've got, you know, they're both super pro. I mean, come on, really? I just, you know, gorgeous. Sorry, I just can't help it. I'm sorry. Okay, so Obi talked to WWD. Okay, and she said, let's see, she said that she jumped at the chance to, quote, be part of the solution, which amazing. She elaborated, we're putting processes in place to ensure that we never have a situation like this again, where a product wasn't tested properly on skin tones. We now have consultants. We're working with makeup artists, beauty veterans, influencers, every step of the way, from product ideation to launch, to ensure that we're representing people both in terms of skin color, but also representing them in a way they want to be represented. Okay. So Obi should have been the face of this, in my opinion. This is where it should have been all over. Introducing Obi, introducing the person that says things like that. That's, in my opinion, where we should have gone with it. But Fiona, being Fiona, did not let it stop there. Of course she did not. Of course she didn't let it stop there. Fiona took to Instagram to once again apologize for Shade 600. And didn't focus on Obi, which is what she should have done. And I was gritting my teeth the whole time. It's like, what are you doing? Get off the camera. Put Obi on the camera. No, you should not be here. So I'm going to play you Fiona's full video because I feel like that's something that we should do. I am going to hopefully be able to hear it because sometimes I can hear it and sometimes I can't. Hopefully I'll be able to hear it. So are you ready? Brace yourself. Here's the video that Fiona put up on Instagram last week.
I just want to come on here and quickly talk to you guys. I know it's been a minute since you guys have seen me and heard from me, but I really just wanted to take the necessary time to understand what happened, to connect with community members, to figure out where we can improve and just make some big changes at Youthforia. I came back out and talked to you guys. This was a brand that was built on just so much love and support, and you guys have always been an amazing community for us throughout the years. But a few months ago, we had an issue with one of our foundation shades. And what happened was I wanted to rush the process to create this shade extension so that it would align with another launch. Because of that, there's just a series of missteps, both on our process as well as how fast I was making our labs work, where it just kind of snowballed into just this huge mistake. I just want to be clear, there was never any ill intent when we were creating any of the shades, but a few things did slip through the cracks, and for that I am genuinely sorry. I never want to create products that are negative and bad out in the world. That is never my intention, but this product really offended you guys. It really hurt you guys, and for that I will always be very sorry for doing that. The whole thing made me just really sit back and listen and learn and really just understand what it means to be a beauty brand in 2024. What is the responsibilities that we have? And yes, this brand is young and we're a small company, but like once you start putting out shaded products out there, it's a different type of responsibility that we hold. And that's something I really understand now. In the past few months, I know you guys are probably wondering, where have I been? When all of this was happening, it was right as I was giving birth to my son. And I knew that this was a very serious topic that required a lot of thought, a lot of learning, a lot of intention. And I just knew that immediately going out and talking to you guys right as I was giving birth, in that moment, it wouldn't have done this topic justice. Past few months, I've been working really hard behind the scenes to listen, to learn, to figure out where we can improve. And we've also made some team changes. I brought on someone on my team who has an incredible background working on makeup products for a diverse audience. We've been having a lot of these deep discussions about what does it mean to be a beauty brand? Makeup is not just about this thing that we put on our face. It's really about our individuality and showing up in the way that we want to show up, not in the way that maybe other people see us. How can we create products that are a tool for that self-expression? How can we involve our community at earlier steps in our process? How can we also ensure tests on different lighting, different settings, and in different parts of the world? These are all these discussions and actions that we've been putting on behind the scenes. But I just want you guys to know that, again, I am so sorry that my actions really offended you guys. I take full accountability for the issue. We've really used this time to really reflect as a company, to learn and to grow and ensure in the future, like, problems like this never happen again. That love and community is really at the forefront of everything that we put out. I just want to thank you guys so much for holding us accountable. We've really taken this time to reflect as a brand, to use this as a learning moment. And I thank you guys so much for all of your continued support throughout the years.
Okay, so, okay. I wasn't sure I was watching in real time because I had to turn it on my laptop so that I could hear it. I know you all must, like, there's so many issues with that. And I kind of wish I'd done like a react, but I didn't set up my, my camera to do that, unfortunately. But okay, so what I'm going to do instead of just giving my personal reaction is I want to show you the top liked comments on the post, because I do feel like she really sums it up. Her name is JT, and this is what she said. She said, "Girl, this is like the 100th apology video. You keep defaulting. You're a small company and young, but at some point, you just need to take accountability. You simply just need to state what happened and what steps you're taking to fix it. Personally, you already did a lot of damage for your company's reputation by turning off comments and pretending like the complaints weren't there. You simply should have pulled your foundation line and reformulated it and expanded the shades and get actual models. It wouldn't come across as ill intent if you had just taken the complaint seriously the first time and had an immediate reaction instead of being defensive." And I mean, I don't know her heart. I don't know her, but it really doesn't feel like she gets it yet. Just in the way that she was wording certain things. And this is something we've talked about before, is that when you are the drama, when you're not watching the drama, when you are the drama, you need to not talk about how things are affecting you, because that's not the point. Like, yes, things are affecting you and your feelings are valid. And the fact that you were giving birth to a baby, which we did talk about, we had clocked that timeline here. We knew all that was happening. Like, yes, all of your issues are all valid, but that's something you talk about not online when you're trying to apologize. We don't talk about those things. We do not. Maybe 5 years down the line, after everything is better, Obi has fixed your brand, everything is good, then maybe you can talk about some of your struggles and some of the things that you were going through during that time. But now is not the time to talk about what you were going through, because and it wasn't just about hurting people's feelings. And I feel like the whole vibe was, we're sorry we hurt people's feelings. It's like, oh, Fiona, stop talking. Just say less. Say less. Oh my gosh. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So the other thing is, if you are, let me just say it this way. The comment that I read to you by JT is definitely the one that resonated with my thoughts the most. There are a lot of people of the paler complexion celebrating Fiona right now and saying, "You've already apologized. Don't worry about it. Everything is good." And it is like, shut up. just shut up. Just shut up. Just, everything is not good. Just shut up. Just stop talking. It's just, I can't even with this. I can't even with this. If you could do the situation wrong, Fiona's like checking all the boxes. It's like somebody made a list of all the ways to do a foundation launch wrong. And she's like, check, 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 check. I can't even. So that's the story that I have for you as far as Youthforia. So what I'd like to do now, because this is live, is I like to now talk to the community that's here live about what's happening. So if you are not interested in that part of the conversation, you're watching this on the replay, please check the timestamps down below. At the around the 30-minute mark, I'm going to tell you what's on my face, and then we're going to jump into story number 2. So feel free to use those timestamps. Never feel like you're hurting my feelings by skipping ahead. Do what you got to do. Watch what you want to watch. But personally, I'm very curious to see the comments of the people that are here live, and I would love to talk with them about it. So that's what we're going to do right now. Just, I need to scroll all the way down because I've been talking for a minute. Yeah, Bella says, this cements for me that brand apologies should not sound like personal apologies. Yes, that's a great way to phrase it. Fiona, none of us have met you. We don't need to know about your son being born, although glad that went well. Yes, exactly. Because that is off topic. Talk about that on your personal page. Like it's the feel sympathy for me. I went through it, and the reason why I haven't said anything is because I went through it. And I have had 2 children. Okay. I know postpartum is a thing. It's a lot to go through, but it's also off topic for this. Yes, Audra, she is going with word salad. That's a good way to describe it. Yes, just all of the words. Blah blah. Paul says blah 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 blah. Meow meow meow. A diverse audience. I know. Alexis says they won't use the new Air for a token girl. I hope not. I hope not. See, this is the thing. This is what gives me faith in I'm glad that it's Obi because it looks like Obi based on what she's already said as far as her take on it. I mean, best possible scenario. I feel like, okay, let me just say that this Obi is the best possible scenario for Youthforia. The problem is I don't know if Fiona's going to listen to her. Even though she's been hired to do all of these things, will Fiona actually let Obi help? That's my question. That's what I would like to know. I'm waiting to see if Fiona can swallow her ego enough to let Obi help and do the things that clearly she knows how to do. So, I mean, I can't imagine that Obi approved that. I can't imagine. Dogwalker97 says one of the most challenging things to work directly for one of the most challenging things is to work directly for a founder of a company. Obi's extremely qualified. Absolutely. The challenge will be is Fiona as a founder will be able to allow Obi to do her job. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Absolutely. Yes. See this? Yes, Crystal, exactly. She didn't mention Obi's names or qualifications. She just said, yeah, we hired somebody. They're great. Exactly. She just been like, you remember SUVA Beauty? Remember Sharon Shooter? Pull up or shut up? Like, I'm assuming Obi was there for the whole pull up or shut up thing, which was fantastic. I mean, Sharon Shooter changed the game as far as holding makeup brands accountable for caring about all of their customers, not just customers that looked like the founders. And I'm imagining Obi was there for that. And it's like, you know what? The more I think about this, I'm curious how long Obi's going to last, to be honest, especially if Fiona cannot shut up and listen to her. Karina says, this is my first live, but as a small business owner, I agree. I never post anything personal on my business page. People don't care. They're here for my product. Exactly. I mean, I think that it's fine every once in a while. Like if like everything was going well with Youthforia, maybe she brought her baby into the office and, it's all decorated and everything. And she brings her baby in and the staff is there and, they show the baby, in one like Instagram story or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a way to celebrate Fiona's life and things that are happening for her without it being like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm trying to say, without it being like focused on her. I think Fiona is so focused on herself. Yes, probably. I'm sure she does. Jojo says Obi probably has way more experience than Fiona. She's just taking advantage of her amazing qualifications. Yes. Yes. I'm wondering what Obi said too. I wonder what she said after that terrible post. I know. I could only imagine. I can only imagine. TE says she just seems so ingenuous consistently through time. I think you mean disingenuous consistently through time, and the job role seems so exploitative in tandem that I have low to zero confidence in seeing a point where I'm interested in being a customer. I mean, if she, that job listing, if she let Obi do all that stuff and kind of just like, I trust you, then things might turn around. Like they might. Like that job listing really showed that Fiona saw the weaknesses, or whoever wrote that saw the weaknesses. But I think the more I think about it is just like, is she just going to be sitting there twiddling her thumbs and just watching? I don't know. Yeah, Joe says the best thing these founders could do is shut up and let the product repair the damage. Yes, that's another great point. Let the products repair the damage. I know. I hope they're paying her well too. Yes, exactly. Bok 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 bok. Says, as a consumer, I have so many options. Why would I choose this brand after this? And I think a lot of people have, already made their choice about how they feel about Youthforia. And what I've said in the past is it's going to have to be, they're going to have to move on from this, first of all. They're going to have to just move on. Because if they keep bringing it up, it's just going to keep reopening old wounds. So at this point, I feel like this is a good time to end it here. Okay, it's happened, it's in the past, and let the products speak for themselves. Making sure that we're launching things that the most amount of people can use and use well, and be happy with. But I think that it's going to take a very long time, if ever, to get that trust back. And Fiona is not going to do it. It's not going to happen. Hi, Sandra. Sandra says, I hope Obi has other projects going, that this isn't her only gig. Hopefully she keeps her deal. Well, this is the thing, though, with that job listing, Sandra, I don't know if she's going to be able to keep working for Beyonce, because she's working. It said that on her little thing, not her little thing. Because it was like a little short, it was a blurb. That's why I called it a little thing, because it was a little blurb when I read it. But it's a big thing. It's a huge thing that she's working with Beyonce Sacred. That's a huge deal. But I don't know if she's going to be able to continue to work there or not. Fiona does sound like a nightmare. The compensation better be worth it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anna says, I feel like Obi will be like Gloria or Jackie Einstein, that she's doing all the education, but it's the system or the customers that will not change. Yeah. I think it seems like, though, that she's accepted this job knowing what she's getting into. Hopefully she can just maintain that energy, kind of like how we were talking about how Gloria, how she, really went in head first on the inclusivity and holding brands accountable, and it just gets draining after a while, after getting all of the comments and all of the things. And I just hope that that Obi can hold strong in the position if that's something that she chooses to do. And if she just chooses that it's too much, hopefully she just cuts and goes back to working for Beyonce, because that could definitely be a good thing. I mean, I did see that Obi is religious, so it may be her just trying to do good. You know what I mean? Like, I got that vibe from her Instagram page that she just wants to do good in the world, that she sees that there's a problem. She sees people being hurt by the actions of this brand, and she wants to go in and help and make things better. And I'm really hoping that that's what ends up happening. Yeah, Dara says her sacred job might have been a contract consulting job, not a full-time job. If Youthforia is full-time, I can see why she took it. Maybe. That's a good point. Definitely. And it did kind of sound like that in the listing. It did kind of sound like that. Dazzle Emma says, It's never going to get people to buy her black face paint. Yeah, it's been discontinued, not even as a costume product. Yeah, it's been discontinued. Anyone who needs something like that for cosplay can get a better product for something like Sunset Makeup. Yes. Yeah, that it's been discontinued. So that's a good thing. And Sunset Makeup does still have that. And one thing about the owner of Sunset Makeup, she's my complexion. And she swatched all of her colored foundations on her face. She got to the black and she swatched it on her hand or something. Like she did not put it on her face. And I remember everybody being like, yeah, that was a good move. That was a good move. But it showed awareness. It showed that she gets it, which she does seem to be very socially aware, the owner of Sunset Makeup. A Soiree Skincare says, I'm a small business and this is why I've not launched yet, because product R&D as well as extensive testing is so important. When I launch, I don't want anyone unsatisfied. Yeah. And the thing about brands and launching a brand is that some people are not going to be happy with it. No matter what you do. No matter what you do, you're never going to please 100% of the people 100% of the time. Never. It's never going to happen. But if you're launching something and you want it to be as wide-reaching as possible, then hiring people and consulting with people that are not you, that you want to reach, is a good idea. So, yeah. Yeah. Kaylin says sometimes things can't be saved. We will see. We will see. And the comments, most of the comments are Youthforia fans responding and saying, you've apologized so many times. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It was so blown out of proportion. And it made me want to vomit, honestly. It was like, I'm not reading this anymore. Because it's not their place, the people that look like me, to say that it's okay. Just don't. Sometimes it's just better. Just don't say anything. Just don't do that. All right. It is time to take a little bit of a break, and then we're going to move on to our second topic. On my face today, I used for my eyeshadow today, this was PR. This is the shade Flotation by Artitude Cosmetics. This like shimmery goodness on my lid is, if I can get it to focus, Flotation. And it is beautiful. It's just this blue-white duochrome goodness. I just wanted something shiny on my lids. And then my eyeliner today is the SUVA Beauty Mix Cake Hydra Liner. I bought this when they were going out of business. I grabbed me a few Hydra liners. I've pretty much only used the black. I've used the silver a little bit, but I used that as my eyeliner today. And then for my lips today, I got to spend quite a bit of time with Kelsey Brianna J, who I am hoping is coming back to YouTube. I was trying to encourage her to come back. Kelsey is... love that woman. She was encouraging me to use more lip liners, so I grabbed this. This is the shade Natural by Koki, also sent in PR. And I topped that with a little bit of my purchased La Mer lip gloss that I got in that Liberty London Advent calendar. The unboxing of that is live, and I still very much love this. Not super plumping. It just gives a little bit of a cooling feeling and then it goes away. It makes me very happy. My mascara today was PR. This is the Essence Lash Princess Curl and Volume Mascara. And then for my cheeks, I used, also set in PR, Spilling Tea, which is the cream blush by Milani, and the Purlisse Blush Glow BB Cheek and Lip in some shade. What is it called? I do not know. What is the shade? There's no shade. I do not see it. Just says for all skin types. Maybe it fell off. Oh, Nude Sugar. It's just teeny, teeny, tiny. I had to find it. Nude Sugar is my blush today. And that is what is on my face today. So let us go ahead and move on to, oh, thank you, Jillian Mac. Jillian Mac says my eyes really popped today. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, and Joe says that she saw me on Sigma's channel. Yes, I did a little promo thing for their Little Mermaid collection. The makeup artist over there, Danny, is amazing. She did my makeup, and we had so much fun chatting. Sandra, just one last thing about the Youthforia thing, says, look how Tier handled the Cushion Foundation Shade Rage drama compared to Youthforia. They were coming from a starting point of complete ignorance. They turned it around in 3 months in silence. Yes, you just do it. You just do the thing. Stop talking and just do the thing. Exactly. Part 5 of James Charles will be live on Friday, as long as my editing software, my computer does not stop. As long as my editing software and my computer continues to function properly. Yes. Okay. So, second story. Thank you to Lisa for letting me know about this one, because I would not have known. SUVA Beauty announced that they were shutting down back in March. Huge indie brand. Hydroliners were their big thing. Just been around forever. If you like bold eyeliner, if you went to trade shows, SUVA Beauty was always there. Shut down back in March. Part of it was due to their, quote, largest retailer declaring bankruptcy. They didn't say the name, but happens to fall in line with the Forma Morphe bankruptcy, because SUVA Beauty was sold in Morphe stores. They were sold on the Morphe website, and also, and they did declare bankruptcy. They also showed in the bankruptcy documents, we were able to find that SUVA Beauty was owed $400,000, a little less than $400,000 from Morphe and Forma. I'm assuming just never got paid. So that is who I think that the owner was talking about when she was talking about their largest retailer declaring bankruptcy. So that happened. We're going to pause that story for a second for a story that seems unrelated, but will be related very, very soon. So back in November of 2023, Ofra Cosmetics is still being sued, to my knowledge, by Sony Music for $49 million. The reason why Sony Music is suing them is because they allegedly used copyrighted music on Instagram and maybe TikTok, not sure, but on social media, used Sony Music in order to sell products. That is what Sony is alleging. So, and they did that without permission. So back to SUVA. Their founder and CEO, her name is Shayna Azad. She announced that SUVA was closing, but she didn't mention at the time that SUVA was also being sued by Sony for the exact same thing. According to the article that dropped this week, Sony Music Entertainment Canada, because that's where SUVA is located, is pursuing SUVA for $18 million or more for the exact same reason that the US branch of Sony is coming after Ofra. The article that is linked below says that SUVA allegedly owes Sony for unauthorized use of music that SUVA used to build its brand. This is a quote from the article. SUVA denies the claim, saying Sony doesn't have the right to assert damages on behalf of performers like Beyonce and Doja Cat, and arguing any music used did not comprise a substantial, vital, or essential part of the videos. We're a makeup brand, Azad told a Sony lawyer during one deposition reviewed by CBC. Jingles don't sell makeup. Makeup sells makeup. That was what Azad said. I don't like to call people by the last name. What Shayna said in a deposition for the court. So according to Sony's notice of claim, SUVA, quote, largely eschewed traditional advertising, relying on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok to promote its products and build its brand. The lawsuit takes aim at what Sony describes as videos pairing images of SUVA's products with at least 88 separate commercially released sound recordings by artists like Travis Scott, Harry Styles, and Miley Cyrus. They say the videos often depict Shayna demonstrating SUVA Beauty products. In each case, the visual images are set to the soundtrack of excerpts from a Sony recording that generally runs the full length of the infringing video. That's what the lawsuit says. SUVA Beauty and Shayna have used the Sony recordings, this is what they say, to enhance the appeal of SUVA Beauty products and the commercial impact of the infringing videos, and thus to increase its sales and revenues. According to federal court filings, Sony's lawyers have grilled Shayna and SUVA's financial officer, who is Shayna's husband. His name is Trevor Haynes. at length about the use of music in the brand's videos. The couple maintained that music was simply background as a means to cover up noises in the company's offices during recording, dismissing any suggested links between the song content and product placement. The article continues with more quotes from the deposition, and part of it, I kind of giggled at this part, so I put it in my notes. It says at another point, Haynes was asked his thoughts, which is her husband, on correlations between content and the lyrics of the Doja Cat song Moo. Bitch, I'm a cow. I'm not a cat. I don't say meow. Bitch, I'm a cow. And what the lawyer said was the video is showing someone putting a line of white makeup over their eye and adding black spots to it. Do you agree? It kind of looks like a cow, what she's painting on her eyes, the lawyer asked. And her husband answered, I don't know for sure. And the lawyer says back, respectfully, Mr. Haynes, have you seen a cow before? This is all being talked about in a court of law. And then the lawyer continued, would you agree that most cows are white with black spots? So they're trying to get, the thing is, they're trying to get them to say that basically that they use, bitch, I'm a cow over a cow print in order to sell the products. They did the same thing with like a rainbow one and all of that. And it's like, I don't know how to feel about these because I kind of get Sony's point, but at the same time, SUVA is literally out of business. Like I would imagine that probably the best move would be for SUVA to declare bankruptcy and just flush it all. Because it's just and Donna Lee says, no, they're not, ma'am. Lawsuits can be so unserious. I do agree. I mean, the thing is it's like you're trying to get blood from a stone. Like they're literally out of business. Like, come on. Seriously. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, the songs feed the algorithm on TikTok. And I think that's what Sony's trying to say is that the brand is using the song in order to sell products. And because they used it without permission, they were using it illegally, infringing on copyright. Bella says, can Sony even get their money out of a defunct business? I don't know. I can't even imagine the stress. Can you imagine like just being somebody just like, you know what? I want to start a makeup brand. I love makeup. I want to follow my passion. I want to start a makeup brand. And the brand blowing up to the point where you have a ginormous warehouse and you're selling in multiple retail locations and you're doing so well. And then this kind of thing falls on you. It's like I was just trying to sell brightly colored eyeliners. Like that was all I was trying to do. Like follow my passion, small business, yay. Lose $400,000 in the Morphe bankruptcy. It's like, why would anybody want to start a small business at this point? You know what I mean? It's like, you never know. You never know. Yes. Good point, Jodester. Holsteins are black and white. Not all cows are Holsteins. Hopefully I said it right. Holsteins. Not sure how to say that because I don't know anything about cows. I'll be 100% with you. I know nothing about cows. But I don't know, Kaylin, if that Sony Canada could go after them personally. I don't think so because I'm assuming they had it under an LLC. That's the whole point of having an LLC. Julie says, well, if it's jury trial, I don't think I could ever vote against a small makeup brand over a major corporation. Maybe that's me. You would probably get dismissed. They probably wouldn't have you as a juror, Julie. They probably wouldn't have me either because I'm definitely biased. But I mean, you can't. If Sony has a point legally, then they should win. That's what it comes down to, is whoever has the legal point should win, even if I don't like it. Yeah, and KHC says, to be fair, you've got to be super careful with copyright. I'm an instructor with video lectures on YouTube, and I have to be super careful what I use in those. Oh, definitely. And YouTube's really good about clocking it if you use a song that you're not supposed to use. I get protected in that I do commentary. So there is the fair use laws where as long as I don't play the whole song, as long as I'm using it to comment on something, then I'm good. Where I need to be careful is using clips to enhance the video that I'm not commenting on, which I do. I occasionally, I mean, little short, tiny clip, hoping I don't get clocked for it. And usually it contributes so little to the video. It's more just, very, very fast. But most music I can use because I'm using it for a specific commentary purpose. And even the little clips that I use, the ones that I, use to enhance the video, it's still being commented on, really. It's adding to the commentary. So I don't think that I could get clocked on that. But when you're using copyrighted music in order to sell a product, I mean, there's a fine line there. And I think that with Instagram, they weren't necessarily stopping brands from using it. And I think that made brands think that it was okay when it wasn't. Yes, exactly. Audra is saying there's a difference between the average user using the song and a business. Businesses have to pay for copyright. Yeah, if you're not selling anything, then you can use it. Like if you're just, but in a way, if you think about it, like let's say I'm using the video, I do a makeup look, which I would never do. Let's say I'm on Instagram and I do a makeup look and I have affiliate links and I'm using it to promote my brands, my, beauty guru brand. Could they come after me if I make money off of the affiliate links? Maybe, possibly. Flory says, I want to know who's compensating the cows. Me too. Me too. Who is compensating the cows? Because they were the original source for the music. Pay the cows. That's so interesting. Alexa says, say that you're an anarchist, you'll be skipping the jury duty. That's a good point. That's a good point. Val says big corporations and universities win all the time without a good argument or being right, unfortunately. Interesting. I don't know much about that, so I'm going to trust you. Crystal says, haha, YouTube being good about fair use. Honestly, for me, in my 12 years on the space, YouTube has always stood by me. Hopefully with other people too, but YouTube's always stood by me for fair use. I've never had, knock on wood, I don't have anything wood, plastic, lip pencil. I've never had something go past YouTube. It always gets dismissed when I claim for fair use. Like, for example, the Michelle Phan thing. When Michelle, I used the clip from her new podcast, they tried to clock my video for using a clip from her podcast. And I was like, fair use. And I got it back. So hopefully other channels are having the same amount of success, but YouTube's always been great for me personally. That's not to say that's been the experience for everybody though. Scroll down a bit. Yes, Dogwalker97, money for moose, hashtag save the cows. Montana Nerd says, I must admit, after seeing local businesses during COVID, I no longer give small businesses the benefit of the doubt. Small size doesn't guarantee ethical or responsible practices. Are you talking about the money that small businesses got? Because some small business, like it saved our small business. It saved my husband's tattoo studio. Being able to pay, because we used it the right way. We got our money from the government and we used that to pay the employees. We used that to pay our rent, and that saved our business. So there definitely were small businesses using it right. Applied for the right amount and got the right amount and then used that appropriately. So I did see people like bigger businesses using it inappropriately. I didn't see small businesses. Maybe it's just, we only know what we have around us though. So I don't know. Yeah, Karina says, shouldn't it be the responsibility of the platform to make sure companies adhere to copyright laws like YouTube does? I don't think so. I think it's up to the brand. I mean, and there should be guardrails in place to try to help companies to not break laws. But in the end, it's our responsibility to make sure we're following the law. Ignorance of the law isn't an excuse. So, and they should have a team of lawyers making sure they're doing things right. Muriel, thank you for becoming a member of the Collective Brain Elite. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Donnelly says brown, red, and tan cows can sue for slander. Black and white cows can sue for using their likeness. You have an excellent point, my friend. That is an excellent point. So we'll just have to see how everything rolls out with that. And, I never like to see a company that's, I think honestly, this is what I think. I think they're using it to set an example, that they've just picked brands and they're using it to set an example so that other companies don't do that. And I mean, because these millions of dollars are like a drop in the bucket probably for Sony, I would imagine. I don't know their finances. So Audra says, some fair use isn't YouTube, but the copyright holder. Warner Brothers, WWE, NFL are notorious for having a firm grasp on their properties. Yes, because yes, Audra, you're absolutely right. And I think that helps explain the process. So what it does is YouTube has a system, has an algorithm to flag content for copyright. I don't know how it works on the back end, but it flags it. So then the company is notified, hey, there's this many infringing videos. There's like a whole section you can actually go to. And Audrey, we all have it on our back ends too. If someone takes clips from our videos, we can see that people have used this section of our video. So once the algorithm picks it up, the company is sent a notification that clips of your music or your videos have been identified. And that company then has the option to then like say you can't use this or whatever. I know that's a thing in post, but there's also the automatic, like sometimes it'll automatically, like as soon as I upload it, it'll just automatically go through. And I don't know if it's the company or if it's YouTube, just like the algorithm flagging it and saying that I can't monetize, or if the company is just that quick. I don't know if they're like constantly monitoring it, because you do get an email notification when that happens. So, hi. You came to say goodbye to me? Yay. My family is coming down to say goodbye because they are going to a concert. Goodbye, my love. Hi. Do you want to come down and say hi? Okay. Hi. Hey, hi. This is Phoenix. And your makeup looks amazing. Thanks. And you look adorable.
Hold on, wait.
This is festival makeup.
Yeah, I was trying to show the star, but the reverse messed me up.
It's really cute though.
Thanks.
It's perfect. Very cute. I love the purple thing you got going on and the gemstones.
I keep looking at myself there.
Gorgeous. Yeah, so we have festival makeup happening.
Yes.
And then do you want to say hi? You haven't said hi in a while. That's my husband over there.
Hello.
Yay.
Hi.
I hope you guys have a really good time.
I'm
Have fun at the festival.
Dad grunge.
Yeah, I love that.
I love
Very nice.
you.
Bye.
Mwah.
I love you.
Hi, chat.
Hi.
Bye, sweetie. Mwah. Just make sure I don't get makeup on you. All right, you're good. Have a great time. I will
Bye,
see
chat.
you tonight. That's bye, chat.
Bye, chat.
Chats. Have a great time. Thanks for coming to say goodbye. I appreciate you. Love you. Have fun. Oh, my baby. You guys haven't seen Phoenix in forever. Oh, my baby. Yeah, they're going to be gone all day. They're doing a thing. They're going to be gone all day. They're going to All Things Go, which is, it's like if you're back in the day, it's the Lilith Fair of this generation. Is the way that I describe it. So yeah, so they are going to go off and do their thing. And yeah, so sorry about the interruption of the flu. But yes. Oh, thank you. Stereotype says their hair is badass like Joan Jett. Yes. And we went to the Joan Jett concert together and they got lots of compliments. So yeah. So that's kind of really what I wanted to talk about. If you look up the All Things Go set list, like the playlist, not playlist, whatever it is, the set list of who's going to be there, it's all kinds of people. I don't remember. I know Hosier is the headliner tonight. Chapel Roan was supposed to be there, but is no longer going to be there because of mental health reasons. So that was kind of a bummer for Phoenix because Phoenix is a big Chapel Roan fan. So was very bummed about that. But, you know, yes, there is a getting ready with me when Phoenix was very little, probably maybe 7 years old on this channel. Oh, even younger than that if you go back far enough. Maybe 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old. Wait, 16. Yeah. 15, 14, 13, 12. Yeah, 12 years ago. So 4 years old. Back. Yeah. So yeah, they've grown up on this channel. But yeah, so that was kind of what I wanted to talk about today overall. And I just, I wish SUVA and Overall all the best with, what they're dealing with Sony. And, it just sucks. Oh, we were talking about YouTube and how they identify things on the back end. I think that it goes through the brand first on whether the brand says yes or no on the, like when I appeal it, the brand can say, yes, it's fine, or no, we're fighting this. And if they say, no, we're fighting this, then that's when things can get, YouTube can get involved. I actually had a company, an artist come after me. This is actually a pretty funny story. So, as your videos are on YouTube, they continue to earn money over time. And this company, I got notification that I could no longer monetize a video that I made in 2018. And I was like, okay, what's going on here? Well, it was a song that I had gotten from a company called Thematic that was once owned by Michelle Phan. I don't know if she still owns it, but I know she was part of the starting of Thematic. And it was one of those things where you get copyright-free music, but one of the catches with that platform is that they would have songs going in and out. And while it was in, you could use it. And then they would send you an email. It says, so-and-so is being removed. You can continue to keep your video up, but you can no longer use this song in future videos. Fine, no problem. They were going after a song from 2018 that was fine on that platform in 2018, but is no longer fine now. So I submitted an appeal. I explained I got it through Thematic, and they said, no, you cannot, this song has to, you can't monetize this video. So my next step was to go and see how much money am I actually making off of this video, just because I'm curious. This video was the swatch video for the collaboration between Jackie Aina and Anastasia Beverly Hills. That palette has been long discontinued. Who is watching that video? I have no idea. In the last 365 days, I had made about $1.23 off of that video. So I thought to myself, I said, Jen, do you care about your $1.23? And I said, absolutely not. They can have my $1.23 that I'm making every year off of this video if they would like. However, it's the principle of the thing. It is the fact that this song is allowed to be in this video and that this company is saying, even after knowing that I got it through copyright-free means, still saying that they can take my $1.23. And I said, oh, no, no, no. As Bailey Sarian would say, nay, nay, I say. So I contacted Thematic and I said, hey, just so you know this happened, sent them a screenshot. A few days later, I get to keep my $1.23. So that's a thing. So some companies are just a little more, strict with those kinds of things. And I'm happy that they got told that they can't do that. Because it was in the contract. You signed the contract. I just thought it was rude, that they were trying to take that. Do I need that money? No, but I thought it was rude. Oh my gosh, no way. Leah's talking about the concert. I saw lawn tickets were on sale for $530 last week. Chapel canceled, and today they're on sale for $30. Oh no. Yeah, well, Yeah. So yeah. Jilly says it costs more to send a cease and desist or to strike you than they're actually making on the video. Yeah, I don't know how much it costs to do that stuff. I didn't know strikes cost money. I've never heard that before. But I got it through the right ways, so I should be able to use it. It's not like I'm using it anymore. The video is so old and nobody is watching it. Video gets maybe 20 views a year or something. Somebody just curious about swatches about that palette or something. I don't know. Yes. So Adriana says, you still use that platform for your royalty-free music? No, because it was too complicated. It was too hard to keep track of what music I could use, couldn't use, because what I would do is I would save it to my computer and then go to use it. And if I wanted to use it, I would have to go back to Thematic, find out if it was still available. And that platform wasn't the easiest to navigate. So no, I use, what do I use? The one that everybody uses. Let me see. I use Epidemic Sound is what I use now. And they're wonderful. Really great music, really good music. And I don't use as much music now as I used to. I've been using them more lately for sound effects. For things like in James Charles Part 4, the television noise, the static noise I got from Epidemic Sound. And the music, the dun music that's in the background of the intro for the James Charles series, that music I got from Epidemic Sound. So it's a great platform and you don't have to worry about things going in and out. So that's what I use now. So yeah, it is time for us to go already. Now it's time to say goodbye. Thank you all for being here. Next week, everything should be back to normal for What's Up in Makeup. Next time things will be affected is the last weekend in October / first weekend. I think it's the first weekend in November is the next time my schedule is going to be affected. So just expect everything to be normal for the next few weeks. And James Charles Part 5, unless something happens, it'll be up on Friday. There's no reason why it can't go up on Friday. It's already been filmed. I just need to edit it. And I should be able to get that done this week. I have 3 days. I mean, oops, sorry, that was my coffee cup. So have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, or rest of your week, like it didn't just start. Have a wonderful week. Mad love to you. And yeah, I will see you next week. Talk to you soon. Bye.